So in yesterday's class, we read that there were two children, Maya and Nishad, and they both were curious to know about a person who is Mr. Nath and who is patient and lives in a room in their mother's hospital. And they both are of different opinion because Nishad thinks that he is just an innocent man and suffering from some disease and some problems, but Maya thinks that he may be some criminal, he can be a criminal who is hiding away from the police because he is having a lot of scars on his face. Right. So these two children are trying to solve the mystery that who is Mr. Nath and why is he there. And basically, they want to know why there are so many scars on the face of this man. Right. So on the Monday following Mama's birthday, Seven went alone with her to the clinic at Girgam as I was spending the evening with a school friend. So this is the story which sister is telling us. Maya is telling. So Maya says that next Monday there was mother's birthday and Seven went alone with her to the clinic, right? And what happened? Then Nishad, when they returned, Nishad told me he had been to see Mr. Nath and felt most annoyed. I felt most annoyed that I hadn't been there. Now, Maya came to know that Nishad got another chance to see Mr. Nath, and she was regretting then that why I didn't go to the clinic. Seven had been quite upset about Mr. Nath's god appearance. Actually, Seven is very emotional or sensitive kind of child. He is very much concerned about the thin appearance of Mr. Nath. He thinks that Mr. Nath is getting nothing to eat, and he is starving there, and was sure he was starving. He told me that he had knocked loudly on Mr. Nath's door that evening and said, "Open the door quickly, Mr. Nath." And then he found an excuse or a chance to open the door of Mr. Nath. He started knocking at it and asked him to open the door. And when Mr. Nath opened the door, he gave him a chocolate. The man had opened it and asked him, "Lost another marble?" He had obviously recognized my brother because earlier also uh, the boy asked the man to open the door by saying that their marble was in. Now again it happened. So man thought that the child has lost his another marble, but actually Nishad wanted to give a chocolate bar to Mr. Nath. The man had opened it and asked him another marble because he has recognized. "No," said Nishad. He had taken the man's hand in his own and thrust a bar of chocolate into it. "Did you get a chance to peek into the trunk, Seven?" Then Maya says that, "Did you get a chance to see into the trunk?" And that trunk is the same about which they were talking earlier. Maya is curious to know that whether Nishad got a chance to look into the trunk, to look into for the things which they think that he is hiding. Nishad looked disappointed. He didn't even ask me in. Now he seemed to be, sad that, uh, like Mr. Nath, I offered him a chocolate, I gave him a chocolate, but he didn't say even that, "Please come in, child." So he was looking sad because of that. He said, then he smiled. "But I did find out something, Maya. I went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him. But don't worry, Maya, I have done some investigation." "And which investigation is this?" "I went down to the same restaurant from where his food comes and where that servant Ramesh works, and I talked to him." Now Maya became very happy and she said, "Good for you, Mr. Detective," I said, patting him on the back. Means she praised him for doing this, for making more investigations. "I hope you questioned him properly." Now Maya is saying that, "I hope you asked him good questions." Seven looked pleased. Now Seven became very happy and said, "Ramesh told me that he takes 2 meals for Mr. Nath every morning and evening and 2 cups of tea. See, these are the things which are ordered by that person every day. One in the morning means 1 teacup in the morning, one in the afternoon. Ramesh says he is not very particular about what he eats. It's always the same food: 2 chapatis, some dal, and a vegetable. Mr. Nath pays cash and tips well. So, this is the information given by Ramesh to Nishad. Ramesh told me something very strange, Maya. 7 added. Almost every Sunday, he carries 2 lunches to Mr. Nath's room, and the same man is with him each time. Now, this is the mysterious thing, that every day is same, but on every Sunday, almost every Sunday, there is another man in Mr. Nath's room, and they order 2 lunches, and same man visits him every Sunday. And what kind of man he is? How does he look? He is tall, fair, stout, and wears spectacles. Ramesh says his visitor talks a lot, unlike Mr. Nath, who hardly speaks. Now, the visitor who comes to visit Mr. Nath is quite different from Mr. Nath. Why? That visitor speaks a lot, Mr. Nath doesn't speak much. So, this is the difference between both of them, who meet up on Sunday, almost every Sunday. Maya says, "Well done, Nishad." I told him now that we have made some progress with our inquiries. We will have to sort out all the facts like expert detectives so that we can trap the crook. Now we will have to make some plan so that we can catch this thief. How you do go on, Maya? 7 signed. How can you possibly imagine he is a crook? Because 7 is not ready to accept this fact that Mr. Nath can be a crook. He looks so ordinary. Criminals can look quite ordinary, smarty, I retorted. Means I started putting emphasis on my point. I started emphasizing my point by saying that all the criminals look very ordinary. You cannot prove by their looks that he is criminal or not. Did you see the picture of the Hyderabadi housebreaker in the papers yesterday? Means in the newspaper yesterday? He looked like any man on the street. Nishad looked doubtful. Now I tried to convince him by giving him point that yesterday, when we saw in the newspaper a picture of Hyderabadi housebreaker. Housebreaker means who steals in the houses of the people. So who break into the houses and also steals the money or other things from the house. So do you think that man was different from others? He looked like just an ordinary man. Now Nishad looked doubtful that yes, maybe Maya is telling truth. The monsoons broke the next day. Dark clouds accompanied by blinding flashes of lightning and roaring rolls of thunder burst with all their fury, flooding the street with a heavy downpour. Downpour means rain. So next day there was monsoon and dark clouds, and there were dark clouds in the sky. There was lightning, means flashes, that flash of lightning was there in the sky, and roaring rolls of thunder. It was thundering as if sky was roaring, clouds were roaring like a, you can say, lion, burst with all their fury. Fury means anger. It looked like as if the clouds, the sky was showing the fury, showing the anger, and it made the streets flood with heavy downpour, heavy rain. There was heavy rain next day. School was to have reopened after the summer holidays, but no traffic could move through the flooded roads, and there was an unexpected holiday. So next day, actually, schools were reopening after some summer holidays, but due to monsoon, due to this heavy rain, there was no traffic on the road, and we got the holiday, which is not expected, which was not expected at that time. I thought I would spend the time usefully. I sat at my desk in our bedroom with a sheet of paper me. Now, Maya says, I decided to make some notes, to make some planning to catch the thief so that we can stick to be our good plan and catch and solve the mystery of Mr. Nath. I thought of making some notes and sat down in my bedroom with a sheet of paper before me to make a plan. Now, there is a small comprehension check. On the basis of that, I will come to know whether you are able to understand the story or not. What did Nishad give Mr. Nath and why? What is strange about Mr. Nath's Sunday? Why did Nishad and Maya get a holiday? Now, these are the questions which will tell that how much you have understood.